the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he whips that one incomplete there. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
It's our time. It's our time. Right there. 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch your leg.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He'll return it from the 6. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
A good solid gain there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen looking left side and he's got a man. It's Allen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. Evades him at the 20. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. 18. Watch out.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of the things that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
49, check 49.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
From From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky flush to his right. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jerry Tillery, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the toss, Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Let's 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That's what I do. Check, check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Alert. Mike, 53.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Check. Check. 53 is mine.
On first down, Thibodeau trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check, crunch. Yeah, man, hey, alert. Hey, zoom.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky completes it to Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
It's just me and you. Hey, check 24. Showing it. Move. 55.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Joseph is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Down 80. 53 is the mic. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
So with Cohen on the return, the Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
We got this.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Thibodeau. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Thibodeau. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, Thibodeau. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Washington. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, Thibodeau. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Washington. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On 2nd down now, Thibodeau. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Alert, alert, alert. Let's get there, home. Let's go, let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Hey, ball. Check.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check safety. Hey, 18.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
He's coming. Double up, double up. 18.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Let's put that team on the hook.
Trubisky to throw again. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
You can't block me. Patrick.
They'll run on 1st down. Thibodeau, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right down Broadway. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
180! Right there, 56. I got you. Alert! 56, the muck, boys, 56. Check. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky, complete. It's Johnson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Come get some. He don't want it. Switch it. Come on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Cohen.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Pass 85. Pass 85.
Check back 21. Mike 21. Check back 21.
Hey, box drop. Box drop. Here we go.
To throw is Allen. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Hey, Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Middle.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Tighten up.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Washington now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Allen to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run. It's Washington. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run with Washington. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This from 51 yards for the win. And this one is right down the middle. And they've come in here and stolen